Hello kayakers, my name is Terry Harper. I'm going to be the director for kayak camp this year, which actually we're kind of changing to canoe camp, at least I hope we are. And what I want to do is do a little video for you to help you figure out how to pack things and get ready for canoe camp and a week on the river and keeping everything dry. Got a few things laid out over here for you, and we're just going to go through a few things that you might need to know that will help you pack for the week. Okay folks, we've moved down here to the couch where we can begin packing and looking at our bucket. A few things that you'll want to get in order to pack with. First off, I've got some tall kitchen bags. If you got some of these at the house, they're fine. Ziplocs are very important. I suggest you go get some gallon-sized freezer bags and some quart-sized freezer bags. You might also want some 2-gallon. I don't have any of those today, but sometimes those come in handy. But we're going to use these to pack with. And you may also want to have just a few large trash bags. The most important item that you'll have is your bucket for canoe camp. This becomes your best friend. Now you can go to Walmart and buy buckets like 5-gallon buckets like this, and they'll work okay. The only concern that I have with the ones you buy at Walmart is the lid. The lid's the most important part of this bucket, and the ones at Walmart can be a little bit flimsy. I'd suggest you ask around your church and try to find a 5-gallon paint bucket, a real paint bucket to use. This particular one even has a rubber seal on it, so it's going to seal up real tight. It'll be important for you to cut out these slots along the edge and cut them up high enough so that you can unsnap your lid when you need to get in it, but you don't want it so loose that it pops off. This bucket will be used for a lot of things during the week. It's going to keep your stuff dry, and it'll also serve as a seat for us around the campfire when we get to wherever we're camping on the river. So our buckets serve a lot of good uses, most of all keeping our stuff dry. Now what I want you to do with your bucket, to start off with, take one of your tall kitchen bags, open it up, fluff it up, put it down in there like that, pull it all the way down, and we'll put stuff in that in a moment. And I usually like to double bag these buckets, so I'll get another one ready right here. So I'll put another one inside that one, and also pull it all the way down around the edge. Let me set those on one side. Now what we have are all my things that I want to carry with me, and we'll just start packing these things up. Now I've gotten to where I like to pack up my shirts separately so that they can stay in their own bag, and then I can just pull them out one at a time. Or if you want to put a couple of shirts in the same bag, that's alright also. Now what you do with these shirts, when you're ready to bag them up, open up your Ziploc. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I love to show people how to do this. Fold your shirt up, put it in the Ziploc, and then what we want you to do is vacuum pack these things. This is also in the instructions that I sent you. Very simple thing to do. What you do is put that in the Ziploc, seal it almost all the way down, but leave a little spot open. Then take your little shirt in your bag, put it underneath you, and gently sit on it. And then while you're sitting on it, close the Ziploc the rest of the way, and there you go, a nicely vacuum packed shirt for your bucket. Set that aside and do each item that you're going to be carrying with you in exactly the same way. I'm going to go ahead and do these. We might speed this up a little bit so we get through a little quicker. Now we're ready to start packing our bucket. Now you remember a few moments ago I put 2 bags in here. Now we're ready to start packing these. I simply put these Ziploc bags down in my bucket, all the way to the bottom. I stand them up on end, kind of like this, and push them against the side. And remember folks, we're only going to be on the river for 2 nights, and 3 days. So you don't have to carry a whole lot of stuff with you. We're mostly going to be wearing swimsuits all day long. Now here's what Now I've also got two other items, very important. I've got some bug repellent and I've got sunscreen. We're going to stop regularly and put on sunscreen, and that's going to be very important. Other items we're going to have with us, slip-on beach shoes, very important. We're going to put these on when we go swimming, and anytime we get out of our canoes, we don't want anybody to cut their foot stepping on a stick or an old piece of glass or anything like that. And then I'm suggesting to folks to get them a big shirt, and this is what I call my canoeing shirt. And you can find these things anywhere, and I'll tell you how. Basically, what I did was went to Walmart and got a really large white dress shirt, extra large, so that it's real big. Now I'll put this on my shirt right now. But you'll see it's a very large shirt, fits very loosely. But this was a dress shirt when I bought it. I brought it home, I cut off the cuffs. This is all that's left of the cuffs. Now I cut them off and I hemmed them, and then I simply cut the collar off at the bottom here, the part that folds over, and I didn't have to do anything to that. And basically what I have is a great cover up for in the sun and the hot of the day, and folks, trust me, when it gets really hot, we're up around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon and we've been paddling for a while, this feels great to put on and just get a little bit off of the sun off of it. I'd suggest you get something large like this as a cover-up to use on the river and keep you from getting sunburned in addition to your sunscreen. Alright folks, let's finish up our bucket here. Now what we're going to do with this bucket, and boy that seems awfully empty because it's such a short trip. I've got all kind of space in there. What I'm going to do is take that first bag, squeeze as much of the air out of it as I can, and then I just pick the whole bucket up and spin it like that, and then all I do is tuck it down alongside it. Then I take the second bag, pull it up the same way, try to squeeze all the air out that I can, spin the bucket again, put some nice twists in there, and tuck it down in the side. You got that stuff double bagged, and it's going to do great. Now what I do with my washcloth and my towel, these things tend to get wet during the week. I'll put them right on top, inside the bucket. My toiletries, I'll put right on top. But this bucket, this little bit of stuff, actually will slide down in there a little bit. Put those things on top where I can get them. I want this where I can reach it very easily. I don't care if this gets wet, it's going to get wet in the canoe anyway, so I'll just fold it up and put it on top. And I will not put this in my bucket wet though. If it gets wet, I'm going to lay it out on the stuff on the canoe before I put it in my bucket. And then my sunscreen and my bug repellent, I also want that where I can get it very easily. And basically now I've got everything in my bucket I need. I put on the list that you want a poncho. This is actually a rain jacket that tucks into itself and zips up. So put that in your bucket somewhere. I'll probably put it closer to the bottom because it's not, we'll know when rain's coming and we'll get those out as we need to. And basically, I've got my bucket packed. Put my lid, snap it down nice and tight. And folks, I guarantee you, you're ready for the river with that bucket. You've got all your stuff right there. You've got something to sit on, and it'll set up in your canoe nice and easily. And if something happens and you turn over, or your friend next to you splashes you, your stuff will not get